Episode 2. A fat boy, beaten bloody, still chose to protect 2 pieces of bread. That day, Fujian drowned beneath rain, as if the heavens wished to sink the damned city itself. The streets turned to mud, foul and stinking, every step dragging down as though into hell. In this city, no one had ever eaten their fill. All lived like phantoms, waiting for death. And Zahan was nothing more than a ragged wretch wandering in search of food. Dragging his torn sandals through a dark alley, he stumbled upon a familiar sight. A gang of youth surrounding a fat boy, raining fists and kicks as if venting all the hatred of life. That boy, Lang Thạch. Everyone knew the name. Big, fleshy, short-legged, like a hawk, never fast enough to escape. Each time he was caught, they turned him into a punching bag. But one thing set him apart. He never cried. No tears, no groans, no pleas for mercy. He only curled inward, stubborn as stone. So it was that day. The gang swung clubs, kicked legs, punched until his bulk bled. Rain mingled with blood, staining the mud crimson. Yet Thạch clutched 2 filthy mantu buns as if they were treasure. His face was poked, but the bread never fell. Zahan hid in the shadows, watching the squalid scene. This city was always the same. Let the strong lived, the weak were trampled. And sometimes, no matter how large, you were only a sack for others to be. Unfair. No one gave a damn. At last, the thugs spat curses and left, leaving Thạch sprawled in the mud. His broad back heaved with each ragged breath. After a moment, he staggered to his knees, bloodied, and saw Zahan staring. Oi, never seen a man beaten before. Đúng Thạch Xuan, voice rasped, low and jagged, like steel on stone. Zahan said nothing. In his eyes flickered confusion. What kind of fool clung to bread while being beaten half to death? Thạch spat blood, lurched past and growled, "Boo, out of my way." No excuses, no complaints. Even as he walked away, Zahan could not erase the image. He knew Thạch was no easy prey, so why endure it? The mystery drove him to follow. Not to ask, but to see what the fat boy was hiding. Their steps led to a ruined shrine. The roof leaked, walls slimy with moss, stench of mold thick in the air. In the corner, 3 ragged children huddled like rats come alive. Thạch knelt, pulled out the 2 filthy mantu, and shoved them into their hands. Bột eat. Today I managed to get 2 bun. The children, green eyes lit up. One boy passed his bun to the girl, split the other in pieces, and even offered a bit back to Thạch. Boa you eat too. Brah. Thạch took it silently, chewing as if it were the most ordinary thing in the world. Zahan watched from the doorway. He did not enter nor speak. He only mouthed the truth. In this rotting world, sharing still existed. A thief could still be a pillar for starving children. A thought stirred within him. Life is not only fighting for scraps. Some choose another way to endure. He turned to leave, but outside the rain lashed harder, dripping through broken tiles. Thạch froze mid-bite, snapping his head around. His ears, trained by survival, caught the faintest rustle. A thin figure loomed in the rain outside. Without thought, Thạch sprang like a tiger. Zahan instinct screamed. In this city of beasts, standing still meant death. He turned to run, but Thạch Jin Bok was already upon him, mud flying. Ring blinded the sky. The moment Zahan glimpsed the charging mass, instinct roared, "Run!" He bolted, feet slipping, flinging mud as he fled like a mad dog. Behind, the thunder of pursuit shook the ground. The giant was nearly twice his size, muscle wrapped in fat, barreling through storm like a raging bull. Each breath roared, yet his speed never faltered. Zahan ducked behind a rotten tree, chest heaving, but the footsteps grew louder, closer. Bố, there you are, Thạch Jin bellowed. Split the storm. He swung a fist the size of a cavern leg. Grass, the tree shuddered and split in 2. A trunk thick as a thigh snapped, slamming into the mud. Water exploded upward. Zahan froze. Lou, half a breath slower, and his skull would be poked. The tree collapsed, and Thạch loomed like a crazed ox. Wham! A punch like thunder. Zahan slid aside, but the wind of it seared his cheek. He countered with a desperate strike to the chest. His fist sank into flesh like striking a sack of meat. Thạch only grimaced, then chuckled darkly. Oh, that? All you got? Thạch Diên counter blow, smashed his shoulder, hammer hard. Dạ Hàng staggered, sprawling in the muck, yet he rose again, fists flailing, his skinny knuckles hammered belly, ribs, face. Toot, 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 blood burst from Thạch Chuyên lip. But he stood laughing like a beast. Bố you bờ đó, gốc bồ. Then wham, a kick hurled Dạ Hàn into a puddle, water splashing over his head. He gasped, blood and mud streaming from his chin, but his eyes still burned to the rain. With a growl, he charged once more. No retreat, only fists. Quack! A blow slipped through, slamming Thạch Chuyên jaw. His head snapped back, legs wavering. They glared at each other, panting, caked in mud and blood. The silence spoke. Respect. But the storm pressed heavier. Their duel raged on in the downpour. Punches, gasps, and rain blended into chaos. Again and again they fell and rose, limbs trembling but never stopping. Thạch roared, charging, fist high. Dạ Hàn leapt, cheat, ritted, and kicked straight to his face. Smash! Thạch Diên head whipped aside, blood spraying, yet his fist crashed into Dạ Hàn cổ. Boom! The blow shattered his chest like iron. Air burst from his lungs, agony tearing him apart. Both collapsed into the mire. The rain rolled on, washing them in mud and blood. When Dạ Hàn awoke, pain racked his chest, breath rasping. He clutched his belly, groaning. Whoa, damn! That punch broke my lung. Can't breathe. Shaking, he crawled upright. His body screamed, stiff and bruised. But when he saw Thạch still down, he staggered close. He stretched a hand, voice raw, bố you alive. Thạch groaned, eyes flickering. Seeing Dạ Hàn above him, he shoved the hand aside, snarling, Ngừa đón tĩ, need your help. Both broken, yet both defiant. At last, they staggered back to the ruined shrine in silence. Only rain drummed the shattered roof, muffling the pride of two beaten men. The children rushed to Thạch, eyes wide, then shrank from Dạ Hàn, hiding behind him like sparrows from a hawk. Thạch licked damp straw, fire flickering over bruised faces. Dạ Hàng, watching, felt an odd respect for the brutish man. Thạch sighed, voice hoarse. But 2 years ago, I found them while a slaver was beating them. Couldn't to stand it, I jumped in. He stared at the fire, voice steady but heavy. He spoke of poverty, scorn, theft for survival, of hunger that gnawed, of sleeping on the streets. Then he laughed bitterly. Well, I'm used to it. I can endure hunger, but the kids can't. I begged. No one gave, so I stole. In this city, begging earns scorn. Stealing earns food. Then his swollen eyes turned to Dạ Hàn. But you? Not bad, I can tell. Dạ Hàn was silent. A strange weight pressed his chest. He had despised drifters like Thạch, yet now felt respect. A man who endured beatings and scorn just to keep children alive another day. That night, in the broken shrine, fire lit the battered faces of men at the edge of the world. Each bore scars, each carried stories. Yet they sat together, shared a crust of bread, and clung to what little humanity remained. Dạ Hàn sat beside Thạch. He did not know where he would go next, but one thought stirred within. Having a brother like Thạch was not so bad. And apple too.